Murder, She Watched contains adult themes and adult language. Listener discretion is advised. Murder, She Watched is for entertainment purposes only. Hello, couch detectives. Welcome to Murder, She Watched, the podcast where we solve murders from our couches. My name is Amy Archer. I'm here today with Becca. Good morning, Becca.
Good morning. How are you?
You're coming in via satellite from the West Coast.
Dun, 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 dun. Do you know the other day when we recorded, there was an earthquake?
I can't even believe that.
Yeah, and I didn't feel it at all.
I mean, I didn't see anything shaking over there.
Yeah. Steve, who was in our bedroom, he said he felt it and he saw all my little like doodads on my dresser.
Mm-hmm,
yeah. Mm-hmm. All shake and rattle.
I grew up in a house that was about 100 feet from train tracks and pretty active train tracks, like 2 or 3 trains a day we would get, which for Scranton, Pennsylvania is pretty active.
Yeah.
And my stuff on my dressers would move all the time. I just got to the point where I couldn't have anything set up. You know what I mean?
We used to live near a train track and people would, and when it was a pretty active train, it was a commuter train. And people would be like, doesn't that bother you? And you'd be like, actually, I don't even hear it anymore.
You really get to you get acclimated to it. Now I sleep with white noise on all the time because I need sound. Because by the train tracks, there was an expressway. So we also had traffic. And then the previous house we owned and this one are both within, I don't know, maybe quarter mile to 81, which is like a main interstate. So I always have it. I live in the middle of nowhere. I live on 70 acres, but I have a major interstate bordering our property. So it's really strange. It's really strange. I did want to say we're going to have some big announcements at the end of this episode. So hang in there with us and we'll talk about it at the end.
You're going to want to hear them.
Oh, you are. But I also want to say, Becca, that somebody wrote in and I'd totally forgotten this. And they were like, Amy, how could you not remember Dwayne Cunningham, the clown, from the Proxy director in Jim Crazy? If you guys remember, I went, well, no pun intended, I went crazy about that in Jim Crazy. Like, why do we have this Proxy director? Which tells me that this was filmed before that.
Yes, he made connections with this guy and no, this is what I had texted you and said, oh, I want to talk to you about a comment because yes, this was it. And I kept watching this and thinking, this guy looks so familiar.
Me too. I was like, did I date a clown in my previous life? And I mean, I dated many clowns, but an actual clown, maybe. I mean, I did date carnival workers. We've talked about this. So Becca, you and I are feeling some sort of way about this show.
Yeah.
I'm just not, this is not as good as Tiger King and not as good as Jim Crazy.
No.
And you articulated why. Why don't you share that with our audience?
I think the reason it's not as good is because there's nobody to center you to. So with Tiger King, it was Joe Exotic and all the people around him. Chimp Crazy, it was Tanya and all the chimps around her.
Tanya.
With the Doc Antle, obviously Doc Antle and all the hot babes around him. So, but this is like every episode, it's another person. And I'm trying to I'm really confused about timelines.
So am I. I mean, I've given up on the timelines. We all know that Eric Good is not good with timelines. This was a problem in Tiger King. I can't remember if it was a problem in Chimp Crazy, but it's definitely a problem here. Yeah. It's so disorienting. I don't know what is happening, how these people are connected, who's coming in and out. It's kind of wild to me.
And to me, it seems very bizarre to me that and I'm pretty sure this documentary got started before Tiger King.
Yeah, definitely. Then definitely.
Paused it. Did Tiger King
came back to this,
paused it, went back to Chimp Crazy?
Maybe.
And then I happened to look up something online because I wanted to know something. And is it Ray Von Von
Nostrand. Yeah.
the dad.
Yeah.
He passed away in 2023.
Oh, okay.
So
So
this
he's
is
no longer with us.
yeah.
Mm.
So this is old. This is all old footage, even when it's supposed to be new footage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of weird. I don't know why it's weirding me out.
Where'd you see this?
The death?
Yeah, like how did just natural causes?
Oh, yeah. I think I read like the obituary that they put out in the funeral home, and I believe it said due to dementia.
Okay.
But I thought it's I don't quote me on that, but I thought it's
No, he did have dementia. They talked about
Yeah.
it. Speaking of wild deaths, can I just tell my neighborhood story real quick for like 2
Yes.
minutes?
Yes, please.
The other night we're sitting here and Timmy mentioned there's this house like around the corner. It's maybe like guys, I live in the country, so our neighbors live miles away sometimes, but our neighbor who lives about a mile down the road, he's like, oh yeah, he drowned in his own pond.
Oh my
And I was
God.
like, what? So I started digging into this and I found the news story. It's so crazy. So this guy had a house and he dug out his own pond, which you kind of do sometimes here, right?
Okay.
So he makes this pond, and so he had his stepson over. Like his stepson, I guess, was living with him. His stepson was like 30. This guy was like maybe 50,
Okay.
55, I think. And the stepson's girlfriend and her daughter were over visiting the stepson, right?
Mm-hmm.
The little girl, who's 5, goes out onto the ice to get her ball and falls through on the pond, right?
Oh
The
my gosh.
mother runs out onto the ice to save her. She falls through. Okay. So then the 2 men run to try to save these women. They're able to put out an extension ladder, get them to safety, but they died. The stepson died of falling under the ice and, hypothermia.
Oh my
And
God.
the father had a heart attack. I was like, what? This all went down like a mile from my house, maybe like 15 years ago.
Wow.
Wild. And then
That's
Timmy's
so
going,
sad.
yeah. And then Timmy's going, yeah, you know the father. And he said the name. I won't say the name, but he said the name. And he goes, yeah, and I think he accidentally shot someone on 81 too while he was hunting one time.
Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh.
Country stories.
Oh, so you know this already, but yesterday I was walking home from getting a coffee.
God. This is great. Trigger warning, guys.
Yes,
this is domestic
yes,
violence.
Yes, thank you, Amy. I was walking home from getting a coffee and I could hear a commotion as I was walking. And I see this little old lady come running up to me, and I stop and I look, and she goes, "Do you have a cell phone? I don't have a cell phone. Please call 911." And I go, "About this over here?" And I look, and it is an older man grabbing what I'm assuming is his wife. He's grabbing her by the arm, and she's screaming, and he's pulling her, and they're fighting.
Yeah.
So I'm on the phone I call 911 and I'm describing everything that
as a true couch detective, you gave a full description.
Yes. I gave what he was wearing, what she was wearing, where we're standing. Eventually when I said this to the police, he did not forcefully get her in the car, but he forcefully got her in the car.
Yeah, I know.
She did not want to get in that car. But he finally got her purse. So she got in the car with him, and I'm on the phone with 911, and I go, "Oh my God, he has her in the car. They're leaving." They're like, and I'm screaming out the make, the model, the color,
good for you,
license plate.
Good for you.
And I'm, yeah, where are the police? Like, it was insane. And the 911 operator is saying, because she has to get this on audio, I can hear her screaming, confirming I can hear the woman screaming. Like, it was
so terrifying. And did they get them?
So the police within seconds, and I'm freaking out on 911 because I got this. Now I'm getting like riled up. I'm like, he's going to leave. But I'm going, oh, thank God there's traffic. He can't pull out. Thank God there's traffic. The light turned red. So amazingly, with no sirens on, all of a sudden, 2 cop cars, a big, huge SUV and a smaller regular sedan, zoom in cut across traffic, lock him in on one way and lock him in on the other. And they jumped out of the car and were in the full scene. And I was like, okay, the police are here. This is safe.
Okay.
And then I'm like, I guess I leave. Like, what do I do? So I didn't, I hung up with 911 and I got maybe about 10, 15 minutes away to my house and the police called me. And then they asked me my statement. I had to give my statement like 3 times over the phone. I have to go down to the police station today to give a written statement of what I said.
Oh my God.
And then they asked me before I hung up with the police, they said, we don't know what this is, what will escalate from this, but we need to ask you, will you be willing to be a witness if this goes to court?
And you said yes, right?
I said, well, yes, of course. Like,
yeah.
I was like, of course.
You're a hero.
It was.
You may have saved her life. You may have saved her life.
It was crazy. And then I'm not somebody who likes adrenaline at all.
I know, but you were all amped up.
And then I was all like, and I had just had a coffee and I don't usually do well on caffeine. And I did throw up like a weirdo.
No, I get it.
But like, and I called Steve and I texted you guys. I was like, oh my God. It was like, I was on edge all night.
But you did a great thing.
Yeah.
Like some people would shrink away from that being scared, you know what I mean, to get involved. But you did absolutely the right thing.
A group of men, 4 men, probably in their 30s, who looked like they were coming from lunch or breakfast, walked past, looked over, did nothing. And I'm on the phone with 911. It was literally me and this little old lady and her Pomeranian.
Oh my goodness. Women saving women.
It was 11:30 in the morning and I thought to myself, if this man is acting this way on a very busy street at 11:30 a.m., what is happening in that home?
What's happening in the home? Exactly. Well, Becca, here's to you.
Thanks.
So I hope that woman is safe and, away from that man.
So if you see something, say something, do something. Yeah.
All right. Are you ready to talk about reptiles?
Okay. I don't mind reptiles. And this episode was a bit much for me.
It was a lot. Guys, I have like weird phobias about things in clusters.
Yes.
Ooh, this gave me the heebie-jeebies. Is that a term we can use? I don't know.
Is it okay still to use heebie-jeebies?
I don't know.
We're using it. Sorry, guys.
If it's not, please let me know. Yeah, I'd like to learn these things. Yeah.
No, but it did. It was just, and they were like falling and rain. It was raining iguanas.
There was a lot of auditory. I don't know. It just
it was like iguana ASMR.
I just wrote "Life Could Be a Dream" is playing, and you're seeing just tons and tons of these like little lizard.
I didn't like it.
Okay, so this is Mike Van Nostrand's operation. Ray's son, remember him? And he said, "Oh, before we get too far into this, do you remember what I sent you?"
Oh, yes. Let's discuss real quick.
So there is somebody on, is it Instagram? I can't remember where I found this.
Yeah, I'm scrolling to it real quick.
Okay. Yeah, and they are saying that this is actually their story that they wrote. Here it is. Okay, so this is Jenny Aaron Smith, and she posted HBO documentary films made a series based heavily on my 2011 book, then went out of their way to fraudulently present it as the work of a male writer. So I'm assuming it's the guy we see later here. And that with that writer's cooperation, my books are hands down my proudest achievements. Episode 1 of this series, unequivocally a boil down of Stolen World. So that's the name of her book. While I'm sure the other writers' books will come into play as the episodes progress, I doubt I've seen the end of mine in this production. 2 female executives are overseeing what amounts to a gaslighting that my words are not mine, my narratives are not mine, my effort is not mine, the risks and sacrifices I made as a young woman are not mine, and the talent is not mine. I have been erased from my own story.
Wow. And she tags HBO in her.
Yes, she does.
Yep.
So, I mean, we're just saying what is alleged. We don't have facts on this, but wow, what an accusation.
Shots fired, as the kids say.
Yep. So, Mike Van Nostrand says, every one of you motherfuckers out there has dirty laundry.
This man is a miserable man.
My father was involved in shit he should not have been. Drugs, criminals. He did a lot of stupid shit. And I guess that just carried over to me. So, okay. Narratively, this is the action, the setting the scene, right?
Yes.
Now we know what's going to happen. Whoa, do we take 55 detours to get there?
It's the longest way to the end of the story. And I tell a long story.
So do I. In the 1980s, Mike started Strictly Reptiles. Low cost, high volume. That was his thing. They're the biggest import-export reptile company in the world. He says, we are the Amazon.com. You don't have to say .com anymore, Mike. Of reptiles. I'm shocked you didn't go. We are the www.
Well, it might have been filmed 15 years ago. We don't know.
That's very true.
But I love how they named it Strictly Reptiles because they wanted people to know no drugs, no guns, no hookers.
His brother works with him, Ray Jr., and his dad, Ray Sr., has like a playtime desk in the back, like just a proxy desk.
He's just there getting a paycheck.
What year did Ray die? Do you know?
2023.
Okay. All right. So Brian Christie is the author that we met last time. So this must be the guy. He's the author of The Lizard King. And he says Mike is loud and obnoxious. And I just wrote, did you clock that Mike's website is strictlyreptiles.tv?
Yes.
Now we know who loves the .tv at the end. Joke's on it.
Is it cheaper to get a .tv?
I have no idea. I feel like .tv isn't a thing anymore. This is what makes me think this was filmed a while back.
But I went to strictlyreptiles.tv. It's
still there.
It's still there. Yeah. But you can't, it's not for like you and I can't buy from there.
No, that's what I'm trying to see. When was it popular? In the like 2010, somewhere around there. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay, so we get a montage of Mike screaming at people, and his mom tells us he was born with his tongue attached to the bottom of his mouth. They had to detach it, and he's hyper-focused, always has been, and he was born tongue-tied. And there's this scene where Eric is interviewing Michelle, who is Mike's wife, and he's asking her, like, how long they were together before the father went to prison, and you just hear Mike off camera correcting her. And then you zoom out. It is visually very interesting. You zoom out and he's sitting in a booth, just head down, correcting her.
And it's like, dude, let her talk.
I know.
I don't like him.
No, I don't like any of these people.
No.
Dad went to prison. They lost everything. Ray Jr. was a commercial fisherman in the Keys. So he was, out of commission. And Mike was the brother left home to fix all of this. Becca, do you think any of these people went to therapy?
No. But you know what really happened for Mike? The reptile store became his prison.
Just like over on the McBee dynasty, the farm became Stephen Jr.'s prison.
Yeah. One brother to one brother. They know.
I gotcha. Ray sort of coached him how to do the business, but like Mike kept it legal at first. And he was an accountant, so he liked the business side of things. He liked the numbers. He liked the, I don't know, Vandalay Industries, importing, exporting.
I don't know business.
We meet Jean Brodsky, who I feel like is a famous actress on a TV show because she looks so familiar to me.
Well, she's been in a few episodes, so maybe that's why.
Maybe, but like I feel like she looks like a famous person. I just don't know who.
To me, she looks like a lot of women that I grew up with in the 90s. Yeah.
And we meet her at a shooting range.
Oh, I love it.
Eric asks her, why do you have a gun? And she's like, I live in South Florida. I'm a woman and I'm in the reptile business. I have a fucking gun.
Reptiles mean you have to have a gun?
It's wild to me.
Like, but what she says later, I love her. I don't know. I like her so much. I want to be
I
her
like
friend.
her too. I like her too. She says she believes she is the key to Mike's success. He started making money when she got there. She's been with the family since Pet Farm, remember, which was Ray's thing. She was the number one salesperson. And she says she called up Michael and said, I could make you a lot of money. And she did. And she became the office manager. She worked for him for 30 years. And it's the longest relationship she's ever had with a man, but no banging because I don't do dick.
And I was like, girl, yes. I don't either, but I do love men. Oh, but I'm on your I love your style.
I know. I love her. I love her.
Do you think she has ever met Joe?
Exotic?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I need to know who's met Joe and who hasn't.
These people all have, right? Like they all know each other.
They all have to know each other.
I mean, we see a picture of her in a backyard with a tiger.
They've all done drugs together, right?
Yes.
Allegedly. Okay. So green iguanas were the big hit. They were in movies like Cheech and Chong and The Terminator, but they could only be found in South America. And he had this guy down there who helped him create, like he took his farm. I forget what he had. I think he had a cricket farm or something. And he turned it into an iguana farm. And this is where all that footage is. And it's very hard to watch.
He said that at 5:00, 30,000 iguanas are going to come out. No, thank you.
Oh,
no, I'm done.
No. I wrote the footage is wild. There are iguanas everywhere. If you have, like, you guys know I have trypophobia, but if you have like clusterphobia too, do not watch. It's tough.
No, it's disgusting. Actually, I'm going to be honest. It's too much.
They sell and buy 300,000 iguanas a year.
Okay. Where are all these iguanas going? I don't know anyone with an iguana.
I don't either.
Like who's buying all these iguanas that you need to keep having all these iguanas bred?
I don't know, but we're covering Double Lives of Suburban Wives on Lomas Recap.
And they have
iguanas. And the latest woman who was introduced on our screens owns 23 snakes. I thought about this. Like I thought about our series here that we're doing.
As
23
pets?
snakes. Yeah.
Does she name them?
I don't know. We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. So 300,000 a year, Becca. That means this guy's making $300,000 a year selling them to Mike for $1, right?
Yeah.
And Mike's making 10 times that because he's selling them for $10 in his stores.
Yeah. And he just puts them in deli cups and ships
I need this
out.
I need this iguana farmer dude to watch this and raise his price to like $3 or $4 an iguana.
Yes.
That's what I need to happen. Let's spread the wealth around. So Mike buys a former Frito-Lay warehouse. It's huge. And he had a room in this place with just king cobras. And you could hear like the rattling.
No.
He becomes a wholesaler. He's just shipping things to everyone. You have a pet store, reptile pet store. Chances are came from Pets Only or whatever the fuck we're calling it. Strictly reptiles.
Simply reptiles. No drugs, no guns.
Strictly reptiles. So then Ray, his dad, gets out of jail. So at this point, Mike is making money hand over fist.
Yes.
More money than he'll ever know what to do with. But his dad gets out of jail and is like, I think we can make more.
Greedy.
Because that's the thing with crime in. They always want to make more. Never
always
enough.
Want more. Always want more.
So we meet Eddie. He's a former fish and wildlife agent. And he was one of 4 inspectors in Miami at the time. And he's like, we are wildly understaffed. There's 4 of us.
Yeah, that's crazy. But it feels like that would be kind of a fun job.
No. You have to touch and look at all the reptiles.
Oh, all of them? You can't just pick, like, can I just be on top of cats? Like, I'm just like into cats.
Can I just look at like tabby cats, like house cats and pugs? Can I just be the pug inspector?
Yeah.
He hates snakes, but he was dealing with them constantly. And he says South Florida was the best place for the illegal reptile trade.
Man.
Mike says, when my dad was getting out of prison, we were nervous for many reasons. Plus, my mother had a boyfriend. And yeah. And Elaine says, look, when he went to prison, I was like, this is my out. I'm taking it. I'm good. Because remember, from last episode, their house was like a flop house, as my grandma would say.
It was a flop house. It was a snake house. It was then raided by the FBI.
Yeah, it was not good.
Woman.
It was not good. Mike keyed the guy's car. Like, it was bad.
But we find out the man's car who he keyed is still with its mom.
He's their second husband now. And I have to say something. Mike is driving down the street in a Dodge Ram, which anyone who knows trucks knows that's the cheapest truck you can buy. And he has it like all lifted up like 18 and 19-year-olds that I see in my area. Why is this like grown adult man driving this truck?
Oh, because he's still 15.
Like, he doesn't scream, this guy's rich to me.
No.
He'd at least get a Tundra. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, and like at least his dad wore a lot of gold chains, and you're like, oh, that guy might have some money. He has a pinky ring. He's like in like, he's like, is this,
like in a
is this
t-shirt
clean?
and jeans. Yeah, it's weird. So this Ray getting out of prison stuff happens when Mike is like 21, 22. Ray buys a townhouse. He supposedly has turned over a new leaf, real clean. But we learn that Ray cannot stay on the straight and narrow.
No, of course not.
No. So where they clashed is Ray loved to spend money. Mike was a little conservative. So there's like a little bit of a power struggle.
Yeah.
Then, as anyone who knows me knows, one of my favorite all-time movies is Jurassic Park.
Oh, I love Jurassic Park.
And I'm staring right now at a picture of Jeff Goldblum from that movie holding a little dinosaur.
Aww.
One of my listeners sent it to me. And so that comes out in 1993. Everybody wants a, quote, little dinosaur in their house.
Really? I didn't know anybody who wanted a lizard.
I mean, after what? Guys, Jurassic Park is not aspirational. It is a cautionary tale. What are we doing?
It should be watched in Science 101 freshman year so that scientists know the difference between good and evil.
Right. So the business explodes. They're doing millions of dollars a year. Then we get the turn towards legality here.
Yep.
There's this employee, Dale Marantz, who, of course, has his own broke down reptile shack that he's hawking reptiles out of. And it's called, are you ready? Southeast Reptile Exchange. Mike hired him, and he was a regular at the booby trap. He used to go at lunch for 2 firsts, 2 drinks, 2 lap dances.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he was but like, here's what I'm talking about with the storytelling. And I hate to be picking on it, but this is a real problem. We get this guy, but like, we only get introduced to him for a second, and he really plays no part in the story. So I think it becomes a little bit like, let me show you these weird people that I met.
Yes.
But like, if they don't have a larger part of the story, then you need to collect all those weird people and make it like a montage somewhere in the middle.
Yes.
But don't frame it as he's going to be part of the narrative, because he's not.
But I guess he kind of comes into play at the end.
At the end, we hear like 2 minutes from him again.
Which is like, okay, so, but we don't ever know what he was doing.
He was arranging illegal shipments. That's all we know.
Yeah.
But so was everybody else. So like.
Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, there's just too many characters. There's way too many people. And
way too, I don't know. So Mike was a multimillionaire. All of it was legal. He could have stayed on the up and up. Like, we already talked about this.
Yes.
But, then a suitcase of radiated tortoises convinced him otherwise, turned his head. Gene says this felt like a very vanilla crime, like not a big deal. Like, okay.
Crime is a crime.
A crime is a crime.
Like, but what do I know?
So Mike sort of operated on a don't ask, don't tell sort of situation. And they had a corporate rate at a nearby hotel. They called it the Smuggler's Inn. This is where people would come and buy stuff. There were some rainbow boas here, Paraguayan cherry heads, like a lot of rare reptiles.
I mean, reptiles that should be living on the island where they belong, like not in a hotel.
We get a little bit, but it's not explained well, that there's a paperwork shuffle happening, that if you select on the import form that these reptiles were captive born, they were allowed.
Yeah.
You just had to bribe some government officials on the other side who were willing to take a bribe. Okay. They call it moving the paper. So Eddie, the fish and wildlife guy, is like, we knew what was happening, but we're understaffed. There's nothing we could do. So they eventually do raid him, but like they end up having to turn everything back over because they just don't have enough evidence to keep all these reptiles.
Yeah, because technically the paperwork is legal and they can't find the other guy on the other end. Like it's yeah.
So Dwayne Cunningham comes into it now, the proxy director from Jim Crazy, and he's working a cruise ship, and he like charters a little boat, rents a boat, starts going out around the Caribbean to these different islands and captures lizards and smuggles them back onto the cruise ship.
Okay. Did he say he walked off that cruise ship with 22 reptiles?
Yeah.
Where were they in his room?
I don't know. Is he putting them in suitcases like Jeff Lowe with the baby cubs?
What was he feeding them?
I don't know.
Did he have a roommate?
But here's what they do. They find these rare iguanas, right? And they end up taking a picture of it. And it makes it onto the cover of Reptile magazine. And Fish and Wildlife are like, dude, do you think we can't read or that we don't have eyes?
It's right there. April 1994. He's on the front cover, just his little tongue out like lizard life.
So they basically, Mike goes ballistic. He's like, I don't know why you did this. And this was Ray doing this, the father.
Of course.
So the wildlife inspectors, they need a different approach. So they create a special undercover unit, and the training video is hilarious because they're like beating up dummies and doing like, it looks like something out of, do you know It's Always Sunny when Mac does his karate? Yes. Like that's what it looks like.
It's like kung fu fighting. It looked like someone was just dancing to that song.
And so at one point they run an operation and they have an agent disguised as a gorilla. Very much like when Joe Exotic put on the rabbit suit.
Yes. It was the worst gorilla costume. And they fell for it.
It was like in Little House when the bear attacks Mr. Edwards. It was actually Michael Landon in the bear suit. And so there's like pictures of Michael Landon in a bear suit walking around backstage. Like that's what this was like. You see the gorilla with his head off, smoking a cig, walking away from a plane.
High-fiving each other.
All right. So Anson Wong now gets connected with Mike. Remember him from earlier on. And he has what's called a frilled dragon. And it kind of looks like that dinosaur that kills Newman in Jurassic Park, that like the I don't know, collar squirts out and then he spits poison at you.
Yeah.
And Mike goes to Malaysia to get one, and they bring a third person on board now, Andre Van Meer. He's in Indonesia. And basically they say like Switzerland is the head of like banking fraud.
Yeah.
That's what Holland is for the reptiles.
Interesting. I know. I was like, oh, wow, Holland. Okay.
The Dutch police start picking up on this, and they do something really cool. They paint these like reptiles with invisible paint.
I thought this was cool.
And then on the other side, on February 1st, 1996, they raid Strictly Reptiles. And now they're able to have the evidence of, these lizards have the invisible paint on them. So now we can directly trace them as they're being
It was
smuggled.
pretty cool. And like they were discussing like this was the first time that they had ever traced the trafficking of animals from the like start point all the way to where somebody actually bought one. They had that exact trail. It was so cool.
Did you become obsessed with invisible ink as a kid? Because I did.
Oh, that's how I wrote in my diary. I
wrote threatening letters to people, left them around.
Yeah.
I see you. I'm watching. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that.
Sleep with.
But I wrote a lot of secrets in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did used to love to tell my sister to sleep with one eye open.
Oh, I got you. I understand. Typical big sister move there.
So
they had all the evidence. they had an airtight case against him, and Mike was facing a lot of jail time. And his wife is like, I had 2 small kids. I was pregnant.
Actually, no. He interrupted her again.
I know he did. He did.
And he then told her what the day she dude. Yeah.
Mike has to cut a deal, and he turns on Dwayne Cunningham, who went to jail for 10 months. Mike did manage, though, to save his brother and Gene and his own ass, of course. Typical. Dale Morantz, the guy we met earlier, gets prison time, and he's not fucking happy. He's like, I'll kick this dude's ass if I see him.
He hates him.
Yeah. Mike got 8 months in prison and 8 months house arrest. And Ray even drove his son to prison and gave him some tips. Becca.
Oh, that's so nice.
You know that your parenting has gone awry somewhere when you have to drive your son to prison and give him tips from when you were there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about breaking the cycle in therapy, maybe.
Let's work on that. And also your son was doing the right thing until you came around.
Yeah. So Mike gave up Anson Wong.
Yeah.
And no one knew this publicly till this day.
Yeah.
And Anson was a very bad dude. And we are left with this episode with okay, now it's his turn.
Mm-hmm.
So is next episode going to be about Anson Wong? Let me see if I can find a description.
I'm assuming so.
And that's the end of the episode.
I feel is this whole is Anson Wong the center?
We don't know.
Is this all leading up to the capture of Anson Wong?
Okay, so IMDb has a description for episode 4, which is the next one. Fresh out of prison, Tommy Crutchfield reemerges during a new era of high-end, ostensibly legal reptile dealing, the breeding of genetically modified rare animals that can command enormous prices. As the lure of illegal smuggling proves too great, U.S. authorities launch Operation Chameleon and uncover a vast trafficking network that entangles dealers and major zoos in the global wildlife trade. Okay.
Is Tommy the one who's an older gentleman now he got scratched by that big old dragon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
See, there's so many people.
We had Hank and Tommy in the first episode, and Hank was the quote unquote more refined gentleman from Philly. And Tommy was kind of like the Archie Bunker looking dude in Florida.
Yeah. Except he did like to cut out newspaper letters and send them to people.
Well, Hank did that. He sent them to Tommy in prison, which was amazing.
You're really more refined.
Oh, all right, guys. So here's our announcement. For those of you who do not know, we are having an Indianapolis meetup. So let me get our information here. I think it's at Beer Brewery, which is BIER Brewery.
In Noblesville?
Noblesville, Indiana. It's going to be on September 12th.
Mm-hmm.
It will be from 1 to 4 p.m.
Ooh.
And Kyla and I will be there. We're both independently driving our RAV4s.
Oh.
And Becca, who else is going to be there?
Guess who's jumping on a plane and renting a RAV4? Woohoo! I'll be there as well. Yes.
We are so excited. Excuse me. So excited to have you there.
I'm so excited.
Are you definitely getting a RAV4?
I made Steve put down requesting RAV4. I did it. So fingers crossed.
So if you guys want to meet us, you can meet Kyla, you can meet Becca, you can meet me. Timmy will be there. Steve will be there. Mitchell will be there. The husbands will be there. You can come out. Again, it's Beer Brewery. It's on South 10th Street in Noblesville. If you're in our Facebook group, we have an event set up in there. You can RSVP there. This is free of charge. Just come out. If you are by yourself, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just, come up to us. Let us just start talking. Sing I Saw Tiger.
Oh, I'm definitely going to be playing it.
Yeah. We have to play it real loud when we pull out.
Loud. If there is a jukebox there, I don't care if I have to pay to put it on the jukebox. I will be playing it on the jukebox.
Yeah. So it's going to be really fun. And we also have another major announcement. The Murder She Watched team is going to CrimeCon next year.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yay. And what will we be doing while we're there, Amy?
It's going to be my 50th birthday. I'm so excited.
So excited.
It's going to be September 25th and 6th, right? 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Yes.
September 24th, 25th, and 26th, 2027.
2027, Orlando, Florida. It will be me. It will be Amy. It will be Amanda. It will be Kyla. Will it be you?
We're all going to be there. We're all going to be there.
So excited.
We are going to have a meetup while we are there. So more information on that coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited. The whole team's going.
I'm ecstatic.
It's going to be
We got our
fun.
tickets. We booked our hotel. We're ready.
It's happening. It's happening. We might sneak over to Epcot.
There's a conversation about the drinks around the world. I probably will only make 2 countries.
And it's so funny because we were talking about this on the way home from moving my daughter into school. And we had our other daughter with us. And she's like, you should bring Mimi, my mother. And I'm like, normally I would, but I feel like we're just going to be doing a lot of criming and partying. And you know what, ladies of a certain age, I don't know if my mom could keep up anymore because she's of a real certain age.
Yes.
So
I'm like, be able to keep up.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if Mimi wants to come along for the nonsense.
So
I'll take her to something else to make up for it. Absolutely. So we're really excited for both events. We hope that you guys can come out. If you are on the West Coast and you're listening, there is a Portland meetup in the future that's coming next April. So we have a lot of things that we're doing, but for right now, let's focus on that Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. Yes.
So I know nothing about the Midwest. I'm so sorry.
This will be my first time in Indiana.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. We're going to drive 10 and a half hours.
I'll be taking a 4.5-hour flight.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. How are the flights out of SFO to Indiana?
They're actually really
pretty regular.
There's there were 2 or 3 a day. It was pretty good.
Okay.
It wasn't bad.
Right. Good.
Okay. Right. And what's nice is it's a 4-hour flight, and I think I get there at their time 4:00. But for me, it's still gonna feel like
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
I don't know time.
I won't, because I think I'll be in the air during the season. It's a weird time. I will be time traveling.
Yes, you will. By the time you guys hear this, next Tuesday, so coming up in just a few days, Becca and I will have another episode of True Crime Headlines. Yes. We had a really positive response to the last episode. It's available on Murder Club. And right now, Patreon is 50% off your first month if you want to jump on and just listen. Kyla went through a very exhaustive timeline of Lindsay Clancy, and we are going to be talking more about this.
Yes.
Definitely on Tuesday.
Kyla and I have turned this case into our part-time job. We're
what kind of is your part-time job?
True. Yeah. Touche.
You're literally being paid to talk about Lindsay Clancy. That's your part-time job.
What a dream. What a dream.
All right, guys. So if you want to hear those episodes and all of our deep dive Casey Anthony stuff that we're still in.
So good.
You can join us over on Murder Club. And one more announcement. By the time you hear this, the merch shop should be live. I'm working on it.
Exciting.
So if there's not a link in the show notes of this episode, that means I failed, and we're going to be postponing that. But I'm working on it.
It will be here soon.
Brian Crooks, our friend, and Whitney, our cookie designer, have given me some amazing merch, including Brian just did a stay-at-home juror shirt, which we can all wear and watch Old Potter Top's second trial.
Oh, I cannot wait.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Becca, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.